Fala, seus aligenígenas, tudo bem com vocês? Sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no canal. Fala aí, Jefinho, pessoal, trazendo hoje mais um vídeo top pra vocês, mais um vídeo cabuloso, mais um daqueles que eu sei que vocês curtem demais, beleza? Pessoal, aqueles avisos de sempre, você que ainda não é inscrito no canal, se inscreva, ative o sininho das notificações, deixe o seu like aí no vídeo pra fortalecer o nosso trampo aqui, deixe os comentários e compartilhe esse vídeo aí com seus amigos, beleza? Tamo junto, bora pro vídeo. Mano, tá louco. Olha isso, velho.
Hello? Hello? Who's that?
Cara, essa foi só a intro, hein? Só pancada, já deu pra ver. Eita.
Our first clip of the day shows something eerie happening at a
Olha só,
church.
velho.
Its origins are unknown, but this version was uploaded to TikTok by Scary Central. The OP claims they were walking by their local church late at night when they heard an unsettling noise. When they rounded the corner, they spotted this.
Alguma coisa batendo na porta aqui.
Ó, vídeo nacional, hein?
The glass doors are banging violently and there's no clear reason
Parece
why.
Porta de uma
It's late
igreja.
at night and the caretakers have long gone home, yet somehow the door keeps rattling.
Não tem nada ali dentro.
Some viewers suggested that the door might be automatic and that the sensor mechanism has malfunctioned, causing the door to
Cara,
pulse.
tu é louco.
While a lot of people would love to
Estourar essa
believe
porta em
it's
cima
as
do
simple
cara.
as a faulty mechanism, the fact that it's happening at a church has led many to speculate that it could be some kind of evil spirit trying to get in the building. So, if you saw this happening in your local church late at night, would you stick around to film it, or would you scoot away as fast as you can? Let me know down below. Soy Ramses is a paranormal investigator based in Mexico. He travels the country in search of proof that the afterlife really does exist. In this episode, the OP was tipped off by a colleague who claims that a witch lives in an old, undisclosed graveyard in Mexico. Locals say it's not uncommon to hear screams coming from the cemetery late at night. There's also been mysterious lights and unidentified shadow figures spotted on the property. Fueled by these rumors, this YouTuber decides to camp the night in this infamous graveyard. He begins by tentatively exploring the old crumbling tombstones all alone.
Pô, isso é coragem. Sozinho no cemitério, isso é louco.
Buenas noches.
While looking for a place to set up camp, he hears something nearby.
Tipo casi. Ay, güey. Hola. Buenas noches.
Before long, he spots something dark moving in the distance.
A la madre, ¿qué es eso?
Olha isso, velho. Uma sombra lá, cara.
Ay, que me caigo. Dios, 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 Dios.
He looks around the area, but there doesn't appear to be anything there.
Hola. Amigo.
Spurred on by this encounter, the OP decides to try making contact with any resident spirits by using a Spirit Box app on his phone.
Voy a encenderlo. Ay, Dios, que no pase nada malo. Hay alguien aquí conmigo.
Soon enough, he hears the word lárgate, which means go away in Spanish.
Te estoy molestando aquí. ¿Necesitas algo?
Later in the exploration, the YouTuber is spooked by something in the distance.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? ¡A la verga! ¡Ay, no, 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 no,
Não
no,
consegui
no!
ver agora.
It's
não
difficult to
consegui ver.
tell what he sees, but it's clearly unsettling him.
¿Qué es eso? ¡A la verga! ¡Ay, no,
No
no, no,
consegui
no,
ver.
no, 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 no! ¡Hola!
Then, just a few minutes later, this happens.
¡No te tengo miedo!
Olha só, velho.
No, 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 no!
Olha isso,
It's
cara.
hard to see at first, but if we watch it again and slow it down, a figure pops out from behind a tree on the right.
Cara do céu, olha isso, velho. Parece a figura de uma mulher.
This freaks him out so much, he flees the area. He grabs his camping stuff and leaves the property altogether. So what was the figure this OP managed to catch on camera? Was it a squatter following him around, or could it be the legendary witch that's said to haunt this very graveyard? Take another look at the footage and decide for yourself.
¡A la madre! No, 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 no.
A couple of weeks ago, we featured a story on the bizarre sightings turning up in an Amazon Prime travel series. When the show, James May, Our Man in Italy, aired, viewers quickly spotted these strange anomalies in the background of several shots. First, in this field.
He was a composer who said, "You may have the universe, if I may have his vanity."
What is that?
Cara, é um cara que apresenta um programa de viagens e que ele já flagrou. Olha só. Olha isso, cara. Ou seja, ele está apresentando um programa ali que não tem nada a ver com o assunto sobrenatural, nada paranormal, só mostrando as paisagens, e ele filmou, em algumas vezes, filmou atividades paranormais. Sem querer, né?
Take a look.
Olha isso, velho. Cara, dá pra ver certinho que é um fantasma.
A transparent figure of a man can be seen walking from left to right.
A little bit awkward, but...
Then, in episode 2, House of Pain, another figure can be seen in the background.
It probably is worth remembering that this actually is a mass
Cara, olha isso, velho.
When we first ran the story, the most prominent theory was that it was simply a glitch. Even May himself took to Twitter to say it's most likely a corrupted file. With so many figures spotted in the background, one has to wonder whether the production company that made the show is having a laugh, or accidentally released the show with loads of corrupted files. However, there are those who believe something might be following James May around. They've noted that it's highly unlikely that so many glitched files would make it to air in a high-budget show such as this. They believe these are genuine sightings of a spirit that has attached itself to May. So where do you land on the sightings? Are they glitches, or is it something a little more sinister? Let me know your theories in the comments down below.
It's worth remembering that this actually is a mass grave.
British YouTuber Mark B Television is normally known for their comedy sketches and vox pop style interviews. However, in this episode, they decide to do something a little bit different. After hearing rumours that a public park in Manchester, England is supposedly haunted, he decides to film there late at night, all alone.
I'm going to have a wander around at midnight with the camera.
The YouTuber explains that he often jogs in the park but had never heard the spooky stories that it may be haunted.
I didn't even know this place was apparently haunted until recently, and I've been jogging here for a while.
Right on midnight, the YouTuber begins his exploration of the property.
The clock has just struck midnight, and I've turned the camera up as bright as it'll go.
The park, known as Boggart Hole Clough, is located in Blackley, Manchester. It's a sprawling woodland that dates back to the Bronze Age. For decades, there have been persistent rumours that the whole area is haunted by ancient spirits. The most infamous urban legend that clings to the property is that of the mischievous elf-like creature known as the Boggart. It's said to inhabit the crumbled ruins of an old farmhouse deep within the woods. As far back as the 18th century, there have been reports of children going missing while walking through Boggart Hole Clough. As more and more kids went missing, townsfolk began to blame the Boggart, claiming that it was dragging them into the woods, never to be seen again. Spurred on by these eerie tales, our YouTuber continues to explore the park in near pitch black.
When I finished jogging there late at night, I have still seen the odd person around, so...
While the scenery is quite unsettling, nothing too strange seems to happen.
I'm Apart from that, absolutely nobody around whatsoever.
Meu, que imagem ruim, cara.
That is until he explores a nearby bridge. Take a look at what he sees.
And as I said, it leads to the 99 steps and to the higher bridge. And the thing about Boggart Holcroft Park is... Hello? Hello?
É um maluco ali sozinho no parque.
Who's that?
A person appears out of the darkness. They're wearing a grey hood and mask, making it difficult to discern any features.
Hello?
They walk slowly without saying a word.
Who's that?
The OP turns and runs and the video abruptly ends. If this was just another person exploring the park at night time, you'd think they'd make themselves known or avoid the man with the camera altogether. Instead, they approach with an eerie calmness.
Who's that?
So did this person have sinister intentions? Or could it be, as some viewers have pointed out, a modern version of the Boggart? Perhaps this is a malevolent entity looking to drag people into the darkness, never to be seen again. Whichever way you look at it, this encounter is certainly creepy.
Who's that?
É louco.
Dark Ghost Paranormal is an infamous paranormal YouTube channel based in Russia. In this episode, they explore an abandoned school that was once used by the Germans in World War II. The dilapidated ruins of the old school show quite clearly that a fire has ripped through the buildings. Local eyewitnesses say that just prior to the fire, a silhouette of a woman was looking out of one of the windows. Moments later, the entire east wing of the school was aflame. No one could identify the woman. The exact cause of the fire remains unknown to this day. Dennis, the lead investigator, explores the property looking for clues as to what happened all those years ago. Shortly into the exploration, the OP sets up a spirit box to try and communicate with any spirits that might be present. Take a listen.
Это ты сожгла это помещение?
Да.
To continue the investigation, Dennis sets up a series of cameras around the property. It isn't long before one of them catches something strange. Two doors in one of the burnt-out hallways seem to open by themselves. A short while later, while Dennis explores one of the rooms, something truly eerie happens.
Дай мне знак, если надо где-то еще искать.
Olha isso, velho! Tá maluco, velho!
Watching that again, while the OP asks for any signs that a spirit might be present, several boxes and chairs slide into the middle of the room.
Olha isso, bicho! Cara, a coisa juntou no meio ali, velho!
Later, while conducting a spirit box session in the basement of the school, more eerie activity is captured. The lights turn off and what sounds like running footsteps can be heard all around.
O cara apagou e ele começou a escutar passos, o pessoal correndo. Meu Deus, tu é louco, bicho. Meu Deus do céu, cara.
After the lights turn back on, his spirit box gives an ominous warning. He then asks what the presence might want.
Что тебе нужно от меня?
O que você quer de mim, sua alma?
The spirit box's response proves too much for the YouTuber as he decides to quickly leave the property. So what's going on at this old abandoned school? Could a dark presence really have been responsible for the fire all those years ago? According to this YouTuber's footage, there's definitely something strange happening at the school, but just what that is remains unknown.
Tu é louco, bicho. Meu Deus do céu, cara.
Before we take a look at some creepy footage that many say is evidence of a shadow person, this is a classic piece of footage that's been haunting the internet since 2013. It was first uploaded to YouTube by a channel called Maximum Disclosure. The footage was captured by a homeowner who had been experiencing some strange things inside of their home. Doors banging in the night and disembodied whispers were becoming an all too common occurrence. So the homeowner decided to set up a series of cameras around his house to try and capture some evidence of the strange goings on. This is what one of the cameras caught.
Cara do céu, velho.
It's the middle of the night and no one's around. A shadow appears to slowly creep across the room.
Olha isso, cara. E assim, ó, eu tava reparando no piso ali, ó, pra ver se aparecia sombra, que de repente a pessoa poderia estar pro lado de fora da imagem, mas no piso não aparece nada. Repara no piso, não aparece nada.
Contingent of viewers believe this is evidence of a shadow person. Shadow people are a bizarre phenomenon reported by thousands of people all around the world. While all kinds of people have claimed to see shadowy people out the corners of their eyes, it's patients suffering from sleep disorders that witness them the most. The creepy thing is, the reports are disparate and come from countries all around the globe, yet the witnesses describe almost the exact same thing. Insomniacs and those suffering from sleep paralysis describe a dark figure that stands in the corner of the room. Sometimes the figure's wearing a hat and just watches them while they lay in bed, paralyzed, unable to move.
Esse vídeo aí foi pancada, pessoal. Poxa, tá louco. Então, pessoal, esse foi o vídeo de hoje. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostou, deixa o seu like, compartilha esse vídeo, fortalece o nosso trampo aí, beleza? Tamo junto e até os próximos vídeos aqui no canal. Valeu!